So good morning, welcome to the sunny and alluring University of York. It's time for the Great York Walk again. There's a library behind you. 26 miles in aid of Mentally Fit York. You can see we've got what is going to promise to be quite a nice day today, I think. So it's going to be a little bit wet underfoot. I think it's been a bit rainy. Keep the library in shot. Which might be a problem, we don't know yet. The main thing is going to be the weather, because it's going to be nice, it's going to be warm, so that's going to be a struggle later on. So I'm going to go now, we're going to register, check in, and get ready to go. So the video this year, I'm going to try and do something slightly different, rather than just show you all the common sights, which is like the Minster and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to try and mix it up a bit, show you maybe some lesser seen parts of the city. We'll see how it goes. The main thing is get around 26 miles in one piece. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
The route was split into three sections. We started at the University of York, then around the village of Fulford, down to the River Ouse, a walk up the River Ouse, down towards York Racecourse, and then up towards York city walls. A very nice section, walking along the city walls, round through Micklegate, back over the River Ouse, for a quick turn around York Minster before our first rest at King's Manor. We were given a welcome send-off by the university's Vice-Chancellor, and away we went.
Hey up.
Right.
Good to see you.
Yeah,
you again now. Right, we're off. There we go. There is the start line. It's on. No going back now. Right. So the promise today was that I was going to show you some bits of York that you hadn't seen before, because quite honestly you've all seen York Minster. So look at this. There's the campus of the University of York, which, if you want an amazing fact, in the 70s, in the excellent ITV series The Sandbaggers, this area we're in here stood in for, is it Bratislava? Or somewhere like that. Eastern European city anyway. It wasn't Prague, I know that much. Anyway, we're off, we're away. It's gonna get warm. Jesus, slow down already.
And after that, the first of quite a few chances to say hello to a friendly little dog.
So in the distance there, well, there's a digger, that's what's making the noise. But you have the site of the Battle of Fulford in 1066. An important year, because that's where your man King Harold knackered himself fighting Vikings, and that's why he was so tired when he got down to battle. Funny they had it there to fight who the man what became, well, William the Bastard, as he was at the time, later known as William the Conqueror. But there, because it's a very long way to walk down to Hastings. Let's have a first in an occasional series of telling my colleague Laura an excellent joke. I've threatened her with this, and I will follow through on it. So this fella, he's on holiday, and he goes into this cafe, and he goes to the cafe owner, gets a breakfast, eats it, doesn't want to say anything. So he comes back, and he says, "Look, mate, you do breakfast, don't you?" And the cafe owner goes, "Yeah." And he says, "Can you do me bacon that's been cut, and I've got a very specific way. I want it really, really cooked, like till it's done, till it's dark, kind of purple, and it shatters, right? And I want an egg, but can you make it so that it's cooked so much it's actually brown where the white should be and solid where the yellow should be? And can you do me some sausage, but make them like look like burnt fingers, right? Just so when I put my fork in, the tines of the fork bend." And he says, "Can you do me some toast that's just like the colour of a goth's trousers, really, really dark?" The cafe owner goes, "What are you on about?" He says, That's take ages, I can't do that." And the fella says, "Well, you bloody did yesterday." That was one of my excellent jokes. They will get filthier as the day goes on. This is Millennium Bridge. Now, some of you might have seen this if you've ever been on a boat tour in York. City's that way. This is York's newest bridge. Can you guess when it was built, children? That's right, just after 2000. And it provides a foot and cycle path over the River Ouse. City's down that way. We're about 2.5–3 miles into it. It's nice, feet holding up, no major aches and pains. But look, Millennium Bridge, isn't it nice? Ain't it lovely? I think it's lovely. On a summer night you get lots of people sat out here socialising in a nice way. And then over there you've got something we're not going to pass, which is Rowntree Park, which is a park that was given to the city by the Rowntree family, and is one of those nice green spaces in a city that often complains that it doesn't have enough green spaces. It's very green anyway. But there we go, there's River Ouse, there's the former where the barracks were over there. We're heading this way, over this green bit.
This was supposed to be a nice view of York Racecourse, but at that point just there, I sprained my ankle and I'd set the camera to time-lapse.
And look, more sporting treasures. For here we have the York Croquet Club. But look, actual real life, look at the grass. Oh, that's neat. That's very neat. And here we will see, if I knew the rules I would of course commentate. Now here he is approaching with his mallet. He's giving it a good swing. Oh, off the post. This is Micklegate Bar. There is a historical experience related to, but here we are. There's a lot of work happening around here to make a new road into York Station, which means the whole view around here is changing, because York is not a city that stays the same. It has always developed and built new buildings and roads. It's not a museum. So here, some of you, if you've been here to York before, you've come out of the station, there used to be a big bridge. It came all the way around. The road went there, but you'll see that the bridge is gone, pretty much, because the bridge was built late 19th century. It was built out of concrete, and concrete is pretty good material, but it doesn't last forever. The problem was it was falling down and wasn't needed anymore. I don't know if you can see, but there's a windmill in the distance there. That's a Holgate windmill, because it was built to bridge the lines into the old York Station, which I'll be turning to show you in any second. But that's so you can see the entrance there. It was punched through the walls by the Victorians to get into the then new, now old, now not there no more, railway station. But they've not. But that closed in the 60s after being a freight depot and a carriage store. So you don't need no bridge no more. So it's gone. So you can see remnants of the bridge. There's where it's gone. There'll be a new road down there, and the whole of the York Station front is going to look different in a year or two, as they make it a bit nicer to be in front of, remove some of the traffic congestion and all that kind of stuff. But you can see a bit of the bridge tower and parapets there. They're doing some little archaeological digs. Unsurprisingly, not found much, but a whole view of the wall from the station is going to be very, very different. This that you're approaching now is one of your more famous views of the city. A lot of people will know this from walking down the walls, but it is nice, isn't it? It is nice. There you have a view of the old York Station, the old York Station, the hotel in front of it, the North Eastern Railway building, and York Minster in the distance and the walls. Well, I know I said I wasn't going to show many of the big sights, but you can't come past York and not look at York Minster, can you? Look at it. Makes a change. Last year we were doing this, they were setting up for York Pride, so it was lovely, it was very energetic, rather crowded, so you can see things better this year. Up there you can just see the lighter coloured statue. That's quite a new one. That's a new statue, Elizabeth II, well, a couple of years old, new, that was supposed to have been unveiled by Her Majesty, but fate intervened, and so it was unveiled by the King in the end. The church you can see here, that is the Church of St Michael the Belfry, which is next to York Minster and is mostly known as being the place where Guy Fawkes was baptised. And then we have the rest of York Minster. Construction started of the Minster you see now in 1229, I'm going to say. and carried on right the way through to the 15th century. Here you have the former library, Minster Library, as it was at one point. It's now a shop. And York being York, as it is, you got a Roman column casually hanging around there, and a statue of Constantine. Lots of lovely buildings. This is Minster Yard. Originally it was a lot more closed off than it is now, with offices for various church functions. If any of you have been to Canterbury, it was a little bit like Canterbury Cathedral, and it was all kind of closed off, but it's way more open now. There's Constantine, and as you can see, York Minster is one of those places where always something is going on. So they're doing repairs to the south side of the East End.
York Minster, as ever, was beautiful to see in what was turning into a much warmer day than anyone had realised it might be when we set off. After York Minster, that took us round to our next rest stop at King's Manor, where we refueled. After this was quite a challenging leg. We would leave the city by walking again up the river out to Rawcliffe Ings, which is quite a way out and is one of these floodplains. Out all the way up, quick turn round on your feet, and then right the way back in again. Then we would go through the suburbs, through Clifton, down Clifton Baccies, down this long stretch of road here, which was a real slog, let me tell you. Through Clifton Baccies and a right turn to our second rest stop and lunch stop at Burton Green Primary School. The next section would set the tone for pretty much the rest of the day. Lots of hard footpaths, lots of warm sun, very little shade and no breeze, but all the same, a nice place to be in the late spring sunshine.
So 10 miles in, as we are, I think this is an excellent point to regale my colleague Laura with one of my excellent jokes. So anyway, this nun is walking through the convent, and a fellow nun comes up to her and says, "You got out of bed on the wrong side this morning, didn't we?" And she just ignores it and carries on. She carries on down the cloisters, and another nun goes, "Who got out the bed the wrong side this morning then?" And she's like, "I didn't, I was bed the wrong side." She's carrying on, and then another nun, "Who got out of bed the wrong side this morning?" And she's furious, and then she sees a Mother Teresa coming towards her, and she goes, Mother Teresa, Mother Superior even, Mother Superior coming towards her, and she swings around at Mother Superior and she says, "Don't you bloody ask me if I got out of bed on the wrong side this morning." She goes, "As a matter of fact, sister, I wasn't going to do that. I was just going to ask you why you were wearing the bishop's shoes." This is the real reality of the route. Lots and lots of pavement.
Hi.
You alright, mate?
Yeah.
Lots and lots of footpaths and pavement, and that's a bastard on the ankles. Passing an Aldi and a long queue of traffic. It's quite hard at the minute. We're about half a mile from the lunch stop. I've just had to break out the bag of jelly babies just to keep us going, because it is sapping. It's not as sunny now, as you can tell, but it's warm and it's humid and it's really quite sapping, but nature of a challenge for you. We are right, everybody, we have passed 12 miles, probably near a 12 and a half now, and we are approaching, as we turn the next corner, our designated halfway point and lunch stop, for which I am incredibly grateful. It's not been an easy one. This has been a bit of a chew, I won't lie. Oh, it's not even this bloody corner. Afternoon, everybody. This is the halfway point of the York Walk. It is bloody warm, as you can probably tell from my countenance. I am beyond glowing and actually just soaking. Feet aren't in too bad condition. I'm going to feel it tomorrow.
The next section actually wasn't going to be too bad. We'd find ourselves walking up another of the strays of York, Bootham Stray. All the way up it, we had a train give us a little doot on the way, over the railway line, through a field, and then a lovely, beautiful section of walking down the River Foss, all the way down into Haxby Road, past the Rowntrees and Nestle factory, to our next rest stop at York St John's Sports Centre.
I honestly can't remember whether I did this one last year or not, but here we are on one of the historic open areas of York. You can see it's nice, quite a nice day now. Bit warm, bit humid. There's a big railway line there. If we're very lucky, a choo-choo will come past and go doot doot. But we're on leg 3 out of 4. This is quite a nice leg actually, it's quite picturesque. There's a nice stroll by a river and stuff, so I think this is the one I tend to enjoy the most. But I have to say the last leg being an absolute bath. Viewers of Great York Walks Past will remember the cursed bamboo field incident of October 2019. Last year the cursed bamboo field, and last 2 years the cursed bamboo field had been cut down, but look, it's back, and it's not bamboo, it's wicker, it's cane. This is where they make wicker from, for like baskets and laundry baskets and such. Well, I will push my hat back in surprise. Look, it is. Well, there we have it. We are literally on Wicker Island as the glamorous people walk through the overgrown fields under the basking blue North Yorkshire alluring skies, waiting for the tinkling of crushed ice that awaits them at the end in the gin and tonic bars of villagers outside York. See, man of them many talents. We're only 3-4 miles outside of York, and look at this scene, which I think you could cogently describe as bucolic. Look at that. You got some nice little sheepies grazing. You got a lovely country church there, ploughed field, cuckoos in the background. Think we might just walk past 2 guys trying to have it off in the woods, but you know, that's life. Cows! Sorry, I've just seen cows. Yes, so there you go, lovely bucolic scene just outside New Year's Wick in York. Hello sheep, to you too. Yes, it's another day in the grim north, where there is nothing to see, where it is all grey and grim and miserable. We merely are walking by this wonderful soft flowing river. That's the Foss, by the way, York's other river. It is a naughty river on occasions and attempts to flood, but look at it meander around here. Look at this, there's cows as well. You know, we're in sound of the Minster bells here. Anyway, there's some cows, more buttercups. Those cows probably look at those buttercups, aren't they, and they're like, they'd be nice to eat. That's what I imagine a cow sounds like. Oh, you got little horns. I mean, look, that's an oak tree as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
You know what? Just take a moment to appreciate the Englishness of this scene. A nice big oak tree, cows, summer sunshine, and a big meadow.
Lovely and picturesque as this all was, by this point I can't deny everything was starting to tell a bit. I had a lot of pain in my right foot, in my ankles and my thighs, and I was very, very pleased when we finally got to the next rest stop where I could do a little bit of refueling. However, when we got there, it was at that point I realised quite how bad my right foot was, and I knew that the next section was going to be even harder than I thought. That next section would take us out of the city again, up Monk's Stray, all the way out towards Monk's Cross, and features one part I wish I had got on camera but didn't, which was an encounter with this massive pile of cow poo. Some of it navigated it better than others. We then leave the city again out towards Osbaldwick in a very sapping section that really did do for us, through the university's campus east, and then to the finish line here at the university's Heslington Hall.
Okay, that's the back of my colleague Laura. Right, we're entering another one, but I just want to show you the kind of experience of, look at those ferns, aren't they good, of walking here. So we're entering another one of these big outdoor areas. Other people might call them commons. In York they're called strays, and each stray was allocated to one of the city wards. So this is called Monkstray because it was allocated to Monkgate. But here you see, yet again, nice big open space. I'm picking my way across quite carefully because there are a lot of cows and they don't half leave massive indentations. It is still warm, but we've got a breeze now, which is helping things out immensely. Probably about 8 miles to go. My right foot is an absolute mess, but we carry on, folks, we carry on. This is a bit of a slog now. Monkstray's alright, lots of buttercups and all that kind of thing to see. The next bit though, we've got a lot of open country roads, no shade, hot sun. It's going to be
The lack of footage for that last section tells you all you need to know. We were really struggling by this point. We were running out of water, it was still hot, we were all of our own aches, pains, blisters and everything else. And the walk through University's Campus East, beautiful though it is, really was an uphill push in every sense of the word. But we knew by this point we were about 10 minutes from victory.
It has been bloody hard, but we are on the last turn, the last corner into the finish line here at Heslington Hall in York. This was way harder than last year, way warmer, way more humid, more sapping. It's taken us longer, but I think the key thing here is that we've done it. And we did it, and we raised loads of money for an excellent cause. As soon as I get over this finish line, I've got two things to do. One is I've got to hand over the massive cheque, and the other is I'm off for a drink. With a hobble and a limp and all the other things, here is a fantastic Tudor mansion in the late sun. For the fourth time, for 100 miles across the Great York Walk finish line. Bloody hell.
Well done, mate.
And there you have it, we've done it. I handed over the massive cheque, which as of the time of recording this has raised an amazing £1,270. After that, time in the hammock. See you next year maybe?